anyone within Rodney Parade. And at the moment, I'm going to turn around to them shortly, but then we got the marching band on the pitch at the moment, and fair play, they're playing a bit of ABBA. I'm not particularly an ABBA fan myself, but then the lads Rangers seem to be enjoying it rightly. I think we're going to win today, not because we're good at the moment, but these are the kind of games that that teams like us tend to turn around. So let's hope that we get to be the fist next. It's our told to be the fist. Something's going on, I don't know what it is. But then I'll turn the camera on these assholes. I'm going to say playing for you lot. You're a queer. Oh, we're getting that photo taken. Right, it's alright actually. Right, and Bo is doing the gayest flag wave. Do your flag wave again, Bo. Look at him shake his ass around. It's about as gay as it gets. I knew it. And then it's getting even gayer. Look at their hands up in the air. This is probably the most homosexual moment I've ever been in my life.
I know, you're surrounded by a bunch of men. How do you feel, Taff? This is like all your dreams rolled into one, innit?
What are you even on about, Bo?
It is. You've always told me about this dream.
He likes the ginger.
He loves a bit of ginger now and then.
Someone said someone abuse him.
Body. And I'm pretty worried. But my biggest fear ain't these peanut bars flying about. It's the fact that you're behind me. And all of this.
And there's Chris Scratch Clark over there. I'm going to ask him how many tens of peanut bars he's eaten. He didn't like that, did he? Come here. Come here.
You're going to stick your Burton biscuits up your ass.
What the hell is that? What? I'm just going to ask you how many tens of Mr. Tom bars have you eaten?
One.
Oh, that's 10. That'll be 10 then.
Two.
Oh, 20 then. You've had 20.
No,
You've had
two.
No, I asked how many tens of Mr. Tom bars have you eaten. It's an empty box with a box in his hand. He is a fat twat. Our drummer's here with peanut all over his face. He is another fat twat. Look at the tits on that. Oh, we got some sailors coming in. Oh, it's at the Sea Cadets, is it? Shut up, you fucking Benno.
What's the sailor song again?
What sailor song? Oh, don't even bother starting. You're the most cringe-worthy chant starter in the history of football.
You want to be a sailor,
like
covered in semen. You know, and those big whales.
Oh, shut up.
And all men covered in water,
semen.
you dirty bastard.
Covered in semen. Do you know that from experience?
Yeah.
Oh, where's the toucher?
I've already told him that too. There's
No, not like that. There's a lot of people on there.
no problem. He's already been told. So that's just told them. Don't bang the drum while they're playing. You've been told now.
I promise.
Oh, there should be a drum skin. It's so fucking
I see you found that little bit of peanut that was hanging from your mouth and you ate it.
Save it for later.
Yeah, right, yeah. So what do you reckon today, big lads?
Usual tavern with anyone. I reckon I want us to win today, but I don't know. Burton are on form at the moment. They've won 4 out of 4, so I don't know. I'll be happy taking the draw today, but we've got to get points on the board today.
Yeah.
I know it's 3 games into the league. At the end of the day, anything can happen. We can still
Get
pop
the
it.
money.
Not unusual. At the end of the day, we can still go on and do something in this league, but
Right.
we've got to start now.
Right, so
We have to get
Burton. Oh, no, I'm going to say first of all, right. We get some points on the board. It gets the monkey off our back, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Get the monkey off our back. once we get 1 point, I think we'll start getting more, and then we'll push towards safety. But I'm going to push in the direction of the Burton crowd. Obviously, there's the band still. Fair play, they're doing a good job. Actually, I'd say that's their entire crowd, and they fought more than I thought they would.
He's escaped from the people's home! Hey!
Daddy H. You haven't been on the blog for a while. Come here, H. H. Come here a second, mate. What do you reckon then, mate?
I don't think we're going to do very well today, obviously, because of the last couple of games. I am actually beaten them. Well, I beat them the first one, but they struggle against Morgan. I hope we can get a result today, but I'm one of these people who are not optimistic. But I hope we do get a good win today.
Yeah, I think we all do, don't we, mate?
Well, that's it.
We all hope we get a win today.
I'm a bit sort of like with Justin saying they're going to sack him. Maybe with what's going on with the club and everything like that. It can't really be helped.
Anyway, it's nice to see you again, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Don't be a stranger anymore. Right then, guys. We're going to enjoy the rest of this music now. Kick-off will be in about 20 minutes or so. So I'm thinking we can do it today. I'm thinking we can get something today. Look, he doesn't just drum. If you can imagine Mike Bassett, England manager, Ricky Tomlinson himself. You had a Welsh Ricky Tomlinson who sings and plays drum. Alright, well done, guys. Very good. Very, very good. Anyway. And so far, so good. It's looking alright at the moment. It's 1-0, and we are quite easily the better team. We're all over them, really. They've had 1 or 2 attempts. We have had the ball in their box time and time again, and we got ourselves a goal. Granted, it was a bit of a scrappy one, but as you can see, the band are back out. Fair play, they're awesome. What do you reckon then?
First half, awesome, mate. Playing the ball well. Jackson, my man of the match so far. With Minsell very close behind him, like, you know. And that strike by Minsell from about 25-30 yards didn't quite enough.
The key point to make though is keeping him on the deck, isn't it?
But yeah, you've got to keep him on the deck. Only got to look at the pitch. Awesome playing surface. Use the ball. Make them chase. They're bullying us a little bit. I'd like to see us bully them back. But we're 1-0 up. Hopefully, he ain't going to change too much in the second half.
I wouldn't mind a 2-goal cushion though. I'd like a 2-goal cushion.
Got to have a 2-goal cushion. Like I said when you earlier had it, we played some awesome stuff. Can't really remember them having a shot on target. We should go on to win this if we carry on playing like the way we're playing.
Fair play, Minsell cracked it, didn't he? He cracked it one, didn't he?
Playing well. He's winning most of the headers. And you know, he's running really well. Like at the moment, he's chasing everything down. I said winning the headers and that shot.
I thought the goalpost was going to break when he pinged that bar, like, you know.
Quality, mate, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where the view we had, it looked like it was going wide this one at the last minute and didn't dip quite enough.
Aye, mate. What do you reckon, Kieran?
Overall, amazing performance. If we play like this all our 3 games and knock away points, unbelievable.
So that the positive words don't jinx anything now, yeah?
No.
Oh, we got a little Tiny here. Tiny, what do you reckon, mate?
We've been playing amazing all game, and before I carry on, can I just say I'm going to be doing vlogs this season, and it's a channel called Lee Washi TV.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, we played great today at the moment. Jackson has played amazing, but at the start of the game, he didn't have the best control
Yeah, fair play, mate. Right, I'm going to see if I've won any money because I think the 50-50 draw is going to be called out. Let's have a look now. I got ticket number. That's one. Cheers, Tiny. Got 14691. 14691. Oh, they're reading out the scores at the moment. Anyway, I'll let you all know if I've won some money. Because if I've won some, it's going towards my PlayStation 4, which I've got to get in time for FIFA 15. Yes, that's it. Come on. Same again, second half, Kindy. What did you all think? Well, obviously it was nice to have the parachute display and the band beforehand. I thought the performance was a lot better. Obviously, people have been saying to me, because I've missed Mansfield away, people have been saying to me how we played really well at Mansfield and we didn't deserve to lose the game. For me, I thought we played really well, against Burton and didn't deserve to not win the game. I mean, if Minshaw's ping, that the bar actually goes in, we win that game, and there's no way they coming back into it. I mean, their goal was quite fortunate. I suppose ours was, but it was basically the goal came from the purpose that we, the purpose of the move that we attempted, came from the throw-in so we could attack the throw-in and try and get a goal, which is exactly what we did. With them, they put their ball into the box, their head, they put it onto somebody's head, and it fell kindly to someone's foot. So you can say they were quite fortunate to get their goal. The referee didn't help things, in my opinion. He gave them a lot of soft free kicks, and could have given us a lot more, but he didn't. But, you tend to find when you're a County fan, you're always moaning about the referee. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether they just don't like us because we're Welsh. I don't know if they just don't like us because they don't like Newport. I don't know whether they just come to Rodney Parade and thought, sod these arseholes. I don't know, but we just never seem to get, a fair crack from referees. I mean, Kevin Johnson, what are you going to expect, they got a lot of decisions, especially from that big lanky linesman, well, he's not so much of a lanky one, he was a bit of a lump of a linesman, on the Hazel side. He didn't want to give us a lot. They were offside a couple of times and he missed it. Things like throw-ins and stuff like that he missed. He missed some things, something that could have made a difference. You never know. Every time a referee or a linesman gets a decision wrong, it could have some sort of adverse effect on the outcome of the game. I mean, they could end up calling a free kick. That's not a free kick, but then, we could end up going and score off of that bit of possession. You never know. That's why mistakes are costly. The smallest mistake, the smallest error from a referee can cost a team. But then, referees make too many big errors as well. So going back on to what, the whole point of this thing is, the County performance was a lot better, but I'm not usually one for slating players. I don't like, slating players, but I think, it would be better of me to start to be a bit more honest about what I think of players' performances. I thought Wilmot and Jackson were great again. They've got to start every game, I don't care. They've got to start. Wilmot for me was my man of the match, as you would have already seen. Darren Jones looked very poor in central defence. I don't know why he was in League One last season. He's a Newport lad, and I hope that was just a one-off poor performance, and he comes good for us. But off the back of his performance on Saturday, I don't know whether he's going to be good enough for us. I don't know where Byron Anthony is. Where is he? For me, he's been one of our best defenders for a while. Obviously, unfortunately, he couldn't show that last season. But, the way we got to be playing our stronger players, and I don't know whether Byron's suffering at the moment with an injury. I don't know whether he's unfit. I don't know whether he's just lost that bit of ability because of the lengthy sideline. I don't know. But, I'd like to know what's going on with him and Danny Crowe as well, because Danny Crowe's is sitting in the background. I mean, Danny Crowe is a capable player. He's capable of coming big for the club. We obviously offered him another contract for a reason. So, where is he? Max Porter, I don't know if he's back from injury. I haven't heard nothing back on that. And we could probably use Max Porter. But then at the same time, we got so many centre midfielders now. Would Porter be surplus to requirements whether he's fit or not? You don't know. There's 3 players there that I've mentioned who are just not figuring at all in our setup. And as much as it would pain me to see all 3 of them leave the club, we got to think realistically and forward think and think, well, hold on, if they're taking wages and we could possibly get a couple of loan players in with that extra money, would that not be a better use of our resources? As much as all 3 of them players I mentioned, I'd be really sad to see them go, because I'd love all 3 of them to come good for us in this division. But if they're not going to, there's no point, underachieving purely for the fact that we like people. I'm sure they'll understand that. They're professionals for one. They've moved from club to club in the past, so I'm sure they get that. And I'm certain all 3 would find work as a footballer in many other places, local places as well, or local to wherever they're originally from. And obviously Byron wouldn't have any problem finding football, but personally I'd rather see him playing in the first team, to be honest with you. And we could get rid of a different defender. I mean, like I say, I don't like talking about players leaving, especially ones who I hold close to my heart from where they got us promoted. Now, these 3 players I've mentioned were in the squad that got us promoted, and they played big parts in the seasons during the season that got us up. So, it is hard for me to want, to say I want them to leave. Though I'd be far from the truth. I don't want them to leave. I just want Kennedy to do better. Everyone wants Kennedy to do better. We all do. We wouldn't be supporters if we didn't want them to do better. And if freeing up their wage budget allows us to bring in someone that's going to do better for us, then unfortunately that's what our wishes are going to be. The other thing I want to mention is Flinney. Great player, still more than capable of putting out a performance. Definitely my first choice for captain if he's available. But apparently I'm hearing, I don't know whether it's true or not, I'm hearing that something in his contract which says that when he's got a youth game, that has to take priority over the first team. I don't like that at all, because I think Flinney does a good job for us in midfield, and I'd like for him to be available every game, without anything holding him away from first team commitments. So I'd like to know exactly what's going on there. I mean, there's always questionable things, and I've got to be fair, Neil Cork, you're actually asking questions rather than putting people down. Instead of saying this, and this, ask this, and this. You can have a better opinion on this, and this, and that's exactly what you're doing. That's exactly what I feel a lot of us should be doing, because there are questionable things about our club at the moment, And I know one guy who didn't end up coming to see me wanted to have a chat with me about, me calling people tossers and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, the guy put words in my mouth. He didn't read what I put. He just took the little bits that he wanted, that were convenient for him to have a little bit of a pop. And he didn't read what I said, And then he turned my own words against me to make me look like a fool. So, yeah, I called him a tosser. He said he was going to, he referred to me as big boy, and he was going to come and have a chat with me about it. So you know exactly where I am. Come and say hello anytime you want. And that isn't me, instigating anything. That's not me trying to intimidate anybody. That's just, if you feel the need to come and have a go at me about something that's been said on the message board, then I'm not exactly going to be afraid of you. You come and say what you got to say, and I'll say what I got to say, and then what happens then. I mean, the last thing I ever want to do is turn on my own. All of you guys. We share we share the greatest thing in common. We're Kennedy fans. We love the club, and we all just want to see them do well. I think the last thing we need to do is turn on each other. I think the last thing we need to do is turn on the people who are trying to get us through this rough period at the club. Ask questions. Say, all right, what's going on here? Well, what's going on here? Don't come down on them like a ton of bricks. Don't put the extra weight on them, because the last thing we want to do is make things harder for them. If things are hard for them right now, we don't want to make them any harder. We're supposed to be their fans. We're supposed to be there to support them, not there to get on their backs about stuff. And I'm sure there was one thing else I needed to mention. I'm sure of it. I can't think this time. I'll add it in my next blog. It was to be Portsmouth, which is going to be a good game. It's going to be a good trip. It was last year. Portsmouth have had a good start. We obviously haven't, but we can go there and play a good game of football. hopefully Portsmouth will be one of those teams that want to play football. There doesn't seem to be a lot of wanting to play football in this division at the moment, you know. Cheap tactics from Morecambe, cheap tactics from Burton, cheap tactics from friggin' Wickham. You know, three of the 3 games I've been to, you know, league games, you know, it's anti-football. It's a lot of anti-stuff, you know. And, you know, they're trying to cancel out our football just so they can play their shite, like, you know. Morecambe weren't good. How they've won 4 games is absolutely beyond me, you know. Like you reviewed me my blog, we battered them in the first half, and then it was an even game in the second half. They just banged in 3 goals, and we couldn't score. It's just as simple as that. They weren't good, you know. It's like Wickham were shit, and they've won games. Burton weren't any good either. Mansfield apparently weren't really good. I mean, their goal was shite, you know. So that's why I'm not getting myself down, because this division isn't full of, you know, great ballers. It's full of freaking cheap and nasty shit, you know. So hopefully, you know, we'd have no problem overcoming teams in the future as soon as we get the monkey off our back and get our first win. And put Pompey, what a great way to do it, you know, in front of possibly about 1,000 of your own fans. Well, anyway, I'm going to ramble on all day about this, guys, you know. So I'm going to cut it off there, and I'll see you again in the Portsmouth. And anybody ever wants to get in on this blog, right? You all know what I do with the blog. I'm pretty much going to do them every game now. There's the County Choir channel. I want to do a blog for every game, just so there's more revenue through YouTube for the County Choir then. So any of you ever want to get in on it, come and see me. You usually know where to find me anyway. So yeah, nice one. So see you then, Pompey guys. That's the County.